the great port of Rangoon, in a hut near the docks on a straw pallet, Maung Toon was born 24 years ago. His mother fell ill, and it was not until 7 years later that she gave birth to her second son. Then, without difficulty, came the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Maung Toon's father worked on the docks, loading the ships with rice, teak, and oil. One day a thief stole the father's wages. The neighbors came to console him. But Maung Toon's father said no, the man was no doubt in desperate need, else a man would not steal. I am unhappy only that it was my money which provided his temptation. Maung Toon was 12 when his father died. His mother took up sewing, and each year she held a memorial service for the needle she had broken during the year. This pious woman taught her sons that the heart which looks up in gratitude to Buddha is filled with love and kindness to all beings, indeed even to a tree or a blade of grass by the roadside. She taught them mutual respect, the protection of lower animals, and the care of even a grain of wheat or a sheet of paper. Maung Toon was 16 when his mother died. So to feed and educate his brothers, he went to sea. The neighbors said it was no life for a Buddhist. But Maung Toon said, no, it is an opportunity to bring the word of Buddha to those living far away.
Please help me, Russ. Dear God, Russ.
I was going out to get some pomegranates. Oh, I'm pregnant. My husband works nights. I saw their door open, so I just looked in. It's a miracle I still have my baby.
What time was that?
Oh, a couple of minutes before 9:30. It was the last commercial. So, this is bad for me.
He hasn't shipped out in 4 or 5 months, just hanging around. I see him always come home looped. A real fall-down drunk.
And he wasn't like that before. Never had much to do with anybody, but always nice. How do you do, you know?
You know, yelling at his wife a lot lately. A voice like a foghorn. Well, the walls are kind of thin here. Drunk and hollering. Him hollering, her trying to calm him
Yeah, we
down.
carried him upstairs lots of times, and finally we said, nuts, let him lay. Except when it's raining. That kind of drinking, boy.
He doesn't even know yet, Mike.
I'll bet.
One deep stab wound. Probably severed the aortic artery. Time about 9:15. Stabbing took place over the door. She moved from there to this point where she collapsed. There's a trail of bloodstains.
Did they find the knife?
If you're referring to that knife collection on the wall, Mike, there's dust on all of them.
Bad housekeeper, huh? Okay, Doc, thanks. She was moving away from her husband, trying to make it to the door. He caught up with her at the door. You don't buy that, huh?
No.
Why? Because he was drunk? Did you ever hear of a guy killing his wife in a drunken stupor?
Mike, in the first place, where's the knife? And in the second place, come here. Bad light, huh? Now suppose, Mike, I turn out all these lights in here and just leave that one lamp over there burning. Because that's the only lamp that was lit when we came here. And you were at the door, and I came to answer the door. Well, you wouldn't be able to see my face. You wouldn't know who I was.
I wouldn't think you were a woman.
But wait a minute. Mrs. Barris has short hair cut. She was wearing a man's shirt and a pair of blue jeans.
Who was she mistaken for?
I don't know. Maybe her husband.
You mean somebody was after her husband and killed her by mistake? You trying to tell me that your guess is better than my guess?
Mike, I just don't believe the man did it. Come here. I want to read something to you. Now, this is a letter that the captain wrote to his wife, Mike. There's a whole box full of them here. She's been saving them. Destiny is a stinker. Most of my life without you, together such a short time. And now my nightmare is dying away from you in some oil-stained port amid strangers.
Amid strangers.
Sentiment is cheap on paper, 5,000 miles away.
Not forsake me, oh my darling. Away, away, away.
How'd you like a beautiful picture of yourself, sir?
My name is Mountain.
Yeah?
Gloria is my friend.
Oh,
The last time I saw Gloria was a long time ago. 8 months ago.
some friend.
I was on a ship.
She's upstairs in the dark room. Right outside, first door to the right. 2 flights up.
Thank you very much.
Just a second. Billy?
Yeah,
Tell Mary to pick one up.
okay.
I have shaved away my beard.
I'm sorry. Where was it when?
I am Mountain.
Well, you look much better without your beard. But I don't remember you, honey.
Stingy boy?
Oh, for Pete's sakes. Well, come on in out of the doorway. Give me the name again.
Mountain.
I remember. You ate fish and rice while we all feasted. Have you mended your ways?
I have some money.
We had money then, too, but you ate rice and fish. still got those eyes. Those sad, wet eyes. And you know, I do like you better without your curly beard. Sit down, stingy boy. What'd you have in mind?
To be with you. I have money. We can go any place you say.
I'm working, honey. It's in there. Oh, and that long hair. Where'd you say you were from again? Indonesia?
Burma.
Oh, that's right. Tell me, what'd you do that night, you silly nut? Go back to the ship?
Yes.
And you've been thinking all this time how foolish that was.
I have thought of you many times.
Stingy little wet eyes. Too bad, doll. I have to work.
Do you make much money in a night?
Sometimes Mary and I split a fast 15, 16 bucks.
I'll give you that. Then you won't have to work tonight.
And you'll take me out and buy me some rice and fish?
Anything you like.
Don't get rash.
I have some money.
How much money is some money?
$300.
And you're willing to spend it all?
Yes.
Easy come, easy go, huh? You probably worked months for that. I wouldn't let you throw all that money away. But you know what? I got this sick mother in San Francisco. I've been crazy figuring how to get back there.
I'll give you the money.
You know how much plane fare is? Over $100, honey.
All right.
Mary? Mary?
Yeah?
Take the night off.
Dig.
I'm sorry I called you tightwad. You probably had to save your money. Things aren't too lovely in Burma, huh? I know about self-denial. It's a blip, right, baby?
I've no reason to save money. Money I will now use for pleasure. I have seen what there is to be had in the world. I want to have what's good.
Am I good?
Don't make a joke of yourself. You're good.
Would you like a cigarette?
Hey.
Frank, is Hal out there?
Yeah.
Ask him to come in, will you? Hal, keep an eye on him.
That guy stopped crying yet?
Yeah, I think we can talk to him now.
Anything specific in his background you want to cover?
He is a ship's captain, J-Bore Shipping Lines, but belongs to Master's Mates and Pilots Union. Got involved in some kind of a Coast Guard investigation about 5 months ago. Started drinking, kept it up since then. Hasn't shipped out again either.
Is he grounded?
Nope, license valid.
J-Bore Shipping Lines.
That's who he works for.
Make a note to see someone over at the J-Bore Shipping Lines.
Yes, sir.
Anything specific you want to cover in his interrogation?
I think we'll just play it by ear.
You know, I never believed in marriage for sailors. It's unfair. Too much separation. I've seen too many sad things. I never believed in it.
Do you understand you're under suspicion here, Captain? You're entitled to a lawyer.
She was sick when I met her. And I took care of her. For months, hospital. Yeah, I took care of her. I'm a fairly good fella. She was an angel. An angel. She made me go to church. I'd lost a toe. There was an explosion on the ship. She made me go to church to thank God it was only a toe. You know she was killed by accident, don't you? Somebody wanted me. Well, I'm going to see about him.
Who? I want to know the name of the man you're talking about.
Captain, it's easy to point to somebody else. Some anonymous somebody else.
That doesn't let you off the hook, Captain. What about the hollering? What about the reason for shouting at your wife tonight, just a half an hour before she was killed?
I never shouted at Betty. Not at her. I didn't want her to comfort me, that's all. I didn't want her sympathy or her consolation.
Consolation for what?
Well, look, I've seen death. I've seen lots of it. I've seen men drown. I've seen them in the engine room when the boiler gets hit. I've seen them in the streets of China and India, dead of starvation. I've seen men shot. No man is a saint. I have seen the filth of this world. I've wallowed in some of it. Are any of you without sin? I didn't shout at Betty. She knew what I was shouting at. He came to kill me.
Why did he come to kill you?
No. I killed my wife. In a way, I did. Things a man does in this life has echoes. A stone in the water. Ripples.
I asked you a question.
No.
I'm going to have to put you in jail, Captain. If there is such a man, you won't get to him. And if you don't tell me his name, I may never get to him either. What are you going to do?
Funny. You build your life. A solid structure, good, strong beams. Respect. Achievement. Friendship. For 47 years you live in that structure. A proud tenant of yourself. And in 1 minute, one day, there's nothing left except to kill that man. Now you want to take that away too.
Captain, even if you do get out of jail, we'll have you followed. You won't get to him.
He was my first mate. His name is Follinger, Emery. He lives at 723 West 25th Street.
Hello? Hello? Who is it? Hello?
You're kidding.
No, I will come back.
You know something, Burma boy? A person could fall in love with you. How many girls have been in love with you?
None.
How many girls have you loved?
All my love was given to my brothers. I returned home from a voyage across 10,000 miles of ocean. My brothers were dead. I will come back.
Something for you?
To the apartment. He came through in the ambulance. I asked him about the captain here. He said he and the captain had a fight a little bit earlier, but he didn't think the captain did this.
Naturally, the captain did this. The captain's with us.
Follinger says, and I quote, "The captain's a nut."
You!
Take him away from me!
Sit down! Sit down!
He killed her!
Sit down!
You did it yourself. You're so drunk with booze and guilt, you don't know what you're doing half the time.
You only answer when you're asked. Who stabbed you?
I don't know. I was asleep. I answered the door and I get stabbed.
A man stabbed you and you saw him.
I was asleep.
He hired somebody, didn't you? He sent him to kill me and he killed Betty.
Who'd want to kill you? You were dead months ago.
Sit down!
Sit down.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe somebody wants to kill both of you?
Come on, let's go outside. Get him out of here. I want to know what that fight was about.
He hates me. He hates easily.
What was that fight about?
I went to him. Well, Betty forced me to go. We went together. I said to him, let's stop this. Let's help each other. Well, he mistook humility for weakness. He insulted me. I hit him. And he said, I'll kill you.
When he said he'd kill you, was that because of something you'd said just then? Or was that based on another part of your life?
Hey, Judge. What are you hiding, Captain?
Who is it?
It's Mountain.
What happened?
Accident?
Let me call a doctor.
No,
That looks bad.
nothing.
That needs stitches or it won't heal. What's the matter with you? That's serious. Why don't you want a doctor?
Because I am a Burmese.
Doctors don't care about that.
need a bandage.
That's a knife cut.
No, a nail.
Sure, a nail. I know a knife cut when I see it. You don't want a doctor because doctors ask questions, right?
Gloria.
Don't. Listen, I got a complete set of troubles. I don't need any more. Do me a favor and leave. I'm sorry. I don't like to act this way, but listen, I'm all alone. I got no friends. It's tough for me. Please.
Do you have sisters?
No.
Brothers?
No.
I had four brothers.
I want you to go away. Just go away.
Where? There is no place.
Go back to your ship.
My ship stays in the harbor for another day and a half.
Listen, go any place you like, but just leave me alone.
Hear me! They killed my brothers.
I don't want to hear.
4 young boys. The tenderest things in creation. They killed them.
You killed somebody tonight.
Don't send me away.
Don't send me away. Brother. What are you made out of? 1 minute you're kissing me, then you go out killing somebody and...
Let my brothers drown in the harbor. They could have saved my brothers. But they sailed away because to them 4 Burmese boys are no better than 4 dogs.
These kids were beggars. You know, you find that in many ports. They come out in boats and they beg for whatever they can get. Anyway, a storm blew up and the boys broke their oarlocks. The heavy seas, I guess. Now, here's the thing. No law was broken. But morally, by the traditions of the sea, the captain should have picked those boys up and returned them to the beach. The captain testified that he radioed their people, told them that the boys were in trouble, and then sailed on out of the harbor. Claimed he couldn't maneuver. Anyway, the boys capsized and drowned. There was quite a fuss. The Rangoon people said he just didn't want to lose the day. They were pretty small boys. It was a miserable situation all around.
Was there an Emery Follinger aboard the ship?
Yes, he was the first mate.
Well, what was the trouble between the first mate and the captain?
Well, they both lost their jobs. Perhaps Follinger blames the captain.
Did you fire them?
It was a gross breach of courtesy. We couldn't be placed in a position of condoning it. We had to think of our relations with Rangoon.
Do you have the names of the other officers aboard the ship?
I can get them for you out of the log. Is that important?
Well, it may be if they were on somebody's death list.
I'll get them for you.
Oh, and the addresses also.
Our addresses may not be up to date, but you can get the current ones from the Union.
Four boys drowned. Huh?
I can see what the boozing's all about. I wouldn't want that on my conscience. Wait a minute now. I saw those boys. I saw them in the water and I radioed. I didn't think anything was going to happen to them. Don't you understand that? And there's nothing I could do. There was bad water. There was no sea room, and I had to think of the safety of the ship. That's my first responsibility. The ship. It was bad water. There was no sea room. Things like that happen. It happens sometimes. You have to. How do you think I feel? Stand there on a deck and watch these kids die like that? And it kills you. It just breaks your heart to watch. And there's nothing you can do. They were kids. They were just babies.
Okay. Vengeance.
Friend or relative for the boys?
Takes a lot of money to come from Rangoon to New York. And I don't think any of these Burmese beggars or their friends or relatives have that kind of money.
They could work, save, put their money away.
Not in 5 short months.
Well, maybe a lot of them put their money together. That happens.
Well, let's say it did happen that way. But the immigration quotas for the Burmese are very low. They might get over here, but I don't think they'd get into the country.
They could enter illegally.
Well, there are ways of getting in legally. Visitors' visas.
An official?
A sailor.
A sailor.
I like a sailor. Sailor could get here with no money. And immigration issues passes to foreign sailors. They could walk in.
I like that, Mike.
Frank, call immigration. Find out if any Burmese sailors happen to be in port.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what do you mean? Wipe the sea captain, only stabbed to death. First mate of the captain. Knife in the kiss-keys. Oh, what paper, mister? What do you mean? Sea captain's wife pointed with a knife. Get your newspaper. Hit the wife with a knife. Sea captain's wife pointed at her own front door. Get your newspaper. The good juicy murder today. Wife pointed with a knife. Get your newspaper. Hit the wife with a knife. Sea captain's wife pointed at her own front door. Get your newspaper.
This is our man. Nice-looking kids. I thought Buddhists were supposed to be the gentle people of the world. How can you be a Buddhist and kill?
You can't be any kind of religion and kill.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just alerted all the eating places in the Chelsea area, cashiers, managers, and so on. Do you know, Mike, I think he might be on to us by now. He may not even make a try for the ship.
Where would he go?
Where can he go?
Not far, that's for sure. Oh, Clayton, check with those cab companies again. Call the men at the bridges. You know, I'd like to box him in right here in Manhattan if we could.
And there's always a possibility he's left town.
Could be.
Mary? Mary?
I must stay here. I can't get back to my ship. I'm very tired.
I promised you money.
Here. You can go visit your mother.
How long do you think you can go? They'll get you. But not here. Don't do that to me. It's all over the radio. They're looking for a Burmese sailor.
I know.
Gloria? Gloria, did you call me?
She was innocent. It was a mistake. She was innocent. As my brothers were innocent. It was dark. I couldn't see.
You should have that hand taken care of. It can poison your whole system. Why don't you let me call a doctor? You can die. Nobody will tell the police. I didn't say anything. You don't see any cops around here, do you? You've got to have that hen taken care of. You need attention. This is my friend, Mary. He's a very lovely guy. He's hurt. You can stay.
I worked so hard, Mother. I loved them. I loved them. I sent them all my money. I followed the holy path. I abstained from all pleasures of the senses. All my money to the boys. All were in school. I was proud of that. I kept my promise. Good boys. I worked hard. I never complained. Mother, they're dead. I told them not to go begging in the harbor. I warned them. Built the boat. What could I do? I was away. Too much away. They're dead. Oh, little brothers. Oh, little brothers.
Sleep. Shh. That's it. Come on now. Close your eyes. It's okay. Poor little sweet-faced skillet. Messed up real good, didn't you? It's okay, honey. It's okay. She's in the other room.
Danny, Laddie, go on home.
I'll stick around if you need me.
Maybe your wife needs you more, huh? I'm coffeeed out.
How'd you like to be him roaming around out there? Foreigner, wounded, in a strange country.
Feel sorry for the poor joker, huh? He may be roaming around out there, but we'll get him.
Why do you weep now? Because you have killed the wrong person, or because you have killed?
I am a good man.
We are all good men.
How can it be that this woman is dead and yet she has done nothing? Justice? How can it be that I have come across the world to no purpose? Justice demands.
My friend, the path to serenity is through meditation. The Buddha life is within yourself. Will you meditate now?
Lord Buddha, perfect one, honored of the world, help me. Help me not to do this. I will cut off hair. I will put on the yellow robe and go forth to the homeless life. I will leave the world and fulfill the rules of the monk. I will seek a secluded dwelling in the forest, or on a mountain, or a rock cave, or a heap of straw. I will keep aloof from song or dance. I will reject flower or ointment. Only what is given will I take, waiting until it is given. My whole life is a lie.
I don't know what else there is I can tell you, gentlemen. For a moment, I thought I had illuminated the nature of his problem for this man. I thought I had led him away from violence. Now I recognize the duality of the new problem, that I must help this man, if only I could. And yet, I must appeal to you to constrain this man, for if he should be allowed to continue in his violence, he tears open the very substance of his soul.
But you don't know where he is now.
I do not know that.
We could constrain him a lot better if we knew where he was.
I wish I could help you more.
That puts us back to where we were before, hitting stone heads against stone walls. Well, thank you, Reverend Nakamura.
I pray your destiny may not lead you too into violence.
Thank you.
You know, Mike, I really don't think we are in the same position we were before. Is there any question in your mind that our Burmese friend will be going after Captain Barris?
No question at all from where I stand.
And look, why don't we turn the whole picture around? Wherever Captain Barris is, that's where our Burmese friend will be. That means we don't have to chase him. All we have to do is wait for him.
He's not gonna show.
Let's wait a while longer, Mike.
Betty, I killed you. I did it. I could have picked him up, you know that. I could have. I had serum. I had plenty of serum, Betty. But I didn't want to waste a day. I didn't want to waste one day. I just wanted to get back to you so that I could love.
He's not gonna show. All right, let's go, men.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
Stories in the naked city. This has been one of them.
Screen Gems film presentation from Columbia Pictures. Herbert B. Leonard, executive producer.